Hi, so in this video I want to show using Claude Code and at the command line, and also how you kind of just iteratively work with Claude Code to build like a web page. So on the right hand side here I have my terminal. So this is where we run Claude, and right now I'm in the folder called web test, which is kind of in my home directory. This little squiggle means home directory. So I'm in my home folder, my home directory, and there's a folder in there called web test, and I'm inside of there. And if you bring your terminal up in that folder, then you don't have to worry about anything, but you if you're going to work in a particular folder, you have to make sure that your terminal is in that same directory or folder. Okay, and you can kind of see where you are if you're working in the command line by typing pwd and then hitting return, and that'll show you the path out to wherever your current directory is. So right now my current directory is web test, and the other command that I use a lot is just called ls, and that shows you whatever files are in that directory. So right now there aren't any there's one file actually in the folder. It's called readme. It's over here too. So over here it's nice to have the Finder open so that you can see the directory structure and also the files in the various directories and folders. So I'm going to show this particular example with this window up so you can kind of see the files that Claude creates. And then at the same time down here, once we have a web page, I'm going to display it down here. Right now I'm just showing the same files that are in this directory up here. So over here in the command line, click over here and then type Claude. And that'll bring up Claude. And you say yes, proceed, and then if you have to log in, you can log in. But one thing you can do is just ask it to describe the files in the folder or the directory, and just remind you what it is you're working with. The other thing you can do is run this slash init command, which will create a Claude file. But first let's just say, can you tell me what's in this folder? And you can talk to Claude in Claude Code just exactly like you would at the website. You're just chatting with it basically, although the difference is it can go and do various things. Like you can see right here, in order to tell what was here, it ran that little command ls that we talked about, and it found this one file there. And let's just say what is in that file. So it'll go and read it now. Let's see if it does that. Yeah, it's reading it. So it found the force and it shows me what's in the file. Okay, so there's not very much in the file, and you could even go over here and like open up the file. Right, and there it is. Okay, so okay, so there's nothing in there. Let's just see if it can put some text in there. Can you change the hello to hello world? And it should be able to do any kind of file editing that you ask it to do. So okay, so when it wants to put in some text into a file, it shows you what the changes are going to be in that file by putting it in a little square like that, and then for lines it's going to add, it puts a plus sign in green, and then for lines it's going to take out, it puts a minus. So you can say yes. I'll just say yes here. But the other thing you can do once you get used to what Claude is doing is just say allow all the edits during this session. So a session is from the time when you start Claude to the time you quit Claude. So I'm going to just say yes this time and watch a few of the edits, and then when I get used to them, I'll okay it. Done. Okay, so let's actually click on the readme over here. Yep, so he's put that change in there. Okay, so back like this. Okay, so let's actually see if we can make a web page. So can you give me a web page in one file with a counter that counts up and also down. Just simple buttons that say plus, and minus. Okay, so off it goes. And so what we should see is that it's going to ask to create that file. So do you want to create the counter.html? Yeah, yes, I do. And so now you can see over here that it's created that file counter.html. So down here, what we're going to do is just bring up that file. Okay, so, oh, there it is. Okay, so plus and minus. Okay, very good. So far, so good. Okay, so can you put in a reset button? Make it green and make the plus button red and the minus button orange. Okay, so off it goes, making some changes to that counter. And there it's going to put in some CSS. I recognize that. I say yes. And now it's going to also put in stuff to reset that button, or reset the count, I guess, as well too. So yeah, do we want to make these changes? Yes, we do. And so it's done, and it doesn't show up down here because we have to refresh it to see it. Good. Okay, so plus. Okay, so let's keep asking it for changes. Can you make the plus? Can you make the buttons sit located on in a column? Located in a column. Say yes. Okay, we're going to refresh it. There they are. Okay, so can you make them all the same width? So you just keep asking for changes, and if you think you need to look at the HTML file, you can, but a lot of times you don't need to. So it's all done, so we're going to refresh, and there they are. Okay, good. So can you put in reset button? Oh, there is a reset button. Let's see if the reset button works. Let's go minus. Yeah, okay, so can you put in an increment button? Let's just see if it knows what that is. It probably does. No, I meant count by an increment. So I wanted to do plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, that kind of thing. So now it gets it. Yes. So you can see probably that it's okay to just okay everything. Do you want to make this edit? Yes. All right, so did it make that edit? Oh, there it is. Weird. Why do you need to an add increment? We don't need an add increment. Just we will use the increment field if it is different, if it is there, to do the plus or minus. I don't know, it's just seems kind of dumb. Okay, so it's going to fix it. That's the worst colors, by the way. So do you want, yeah, I'm just going to go down here and say allow. Okay, it says it's done. There, okay, so if the increment is like 4 and I say plus, the increment, how about if the increment is minus 4? Plus, oh, that's good. And how about if the increment is like 6? Minus, 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 reset, plus, 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 minus, 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 minus. Okay. So now, that's nice. Let's see, can you make the buttons all on the same row and full width, so each takes up 1/3 of the width. There we go. Oh, well, no. Needs to be, that's not 1/3 of the width for each button. No margins or padding. All right, let's see if I can fix it. It's weird. No, why isn't it using the full width? I want you to use the full width of the page. See if it can get it. There we go, finally. Why was that so hard? I don't know. Okay. Good. Okay. So, can you put the JavaScript and the CSS in their own files? Okay. We should see the files appear up there. There's the CSS. And there's the JavaScript. Excellent. Okay. Shouldn't have been any changes. Just moved them out. Okay. So you can always go and look at these files if you need to, right? Like there's the styles. Okay. And here's the script with the JavaScript in it. That's fine. And here's the counter.html. Hello. Oh, it's down here. It keeps opening up down here. Oops, we don't need all these open. Okay. Good. Now let's have it write a Claude.md file. So can you make the Claude, let's just say init. So when you say init, it writes the Claude.md file as well. You can ask for it, but let's just say init. It's going to look at the code base, find all the stuff that's in there. It's reading the README. It's reading the counter. It's reading the JavaScript. It's reading the styles. So now it's read everything, and now it's going to go and create the file and summarize everything that's in there. I don't know. These are little settings for other IDEs. Cursor and Copilot or some other IDEs which we're not using. So, okay, so now it's created a Claude.md, and let's just take a look at it. So if you open it up, it says, it usually gives a few different sections. Like here's the structure, there's the files, sort of describing how the app works, and then also the features as well. And then hopefully it's something that also tells you how to run it. So great. Okay. So when you're finally done, you just type / and then exit. But before we do that, let's take a look at the help. So if you say /help, you see there's a ton of different things. Clear is the one that kind of clears your conversation. So if the conversation builds up over and over and over again, you're using up a lot of extra tokens. So If you're, don't need the history of what you just said to Claude, then you can sometimes just clear and it's a little bit better. A lot of these I don't use ever. Exit is one I use. Init will give you a new claude.md file. Login will actually log out will actually log you out of your Anthropic account. The next time you come back, you have to log in. MCP will tell you about the MCP servers that are installed, so we'll use that sometimes. If you come back in to Claude and you want to resume the last conversation, you can do /resume. And I think that's basically it. Claude does keep to-dos when it starts working on a long set of things to do. I don't think it made any to-dos for our app, but if it has a long list of things to do, it'll make a list of to-dos in this so you can actually see what the list of to-dos are. So it just says enter to continue, so I'm down here. One other thing I wanted to show is if you're typing and you get to the end of a line and you want to kind of continue it down below, what you have to do is hit / like that and then enter, and that takes you to a new line. So this is kind of annoying. Typing, and then you're going to go back like that. So if you want to undo everything that you've typed up to that time, just keep pressing escape a couple times and it goes back and it undoes this. So if you type and then you're like, oh, never mind, you just go escape a couple times and it'll take you back. Yeah, and get rid of that text. Let's actually take a screenshot and show it to Claude. So this is something you'll do sometimes as well too. So if I come over here, let's see if I can get a screenshot. Go here, and then I forgot how to do a screenshot. Recently used screenshot. Oh, there it is. Screenshot. Okay, yeah. So let's go here, and we're going to say select a region. We're going to say OK, and we're going to say OK, and then over here, oops. Okay, we copied it to the, and you just go here and paste it in, I think. And you see that little kind of note if you paste it in successfully. And so we're going to go to him, give it, and now we'll say something about, oh, I can see it, okay. So can you fix all the text to be the same size? Okay. So it's, and so sometimes the picture helps. Here it could probably fix all of this without that, but okay. So let's see if it was able to do it. Oh, I think everything is kind of the same size. Good. Okay, increments all still work. Minus, plus, reset. Okay. And so finally, when you're finally done, let's say exit, and we're done.